Good evening, good evening,
Good to see you. Good to
Yeah,
see
good
you.
to see you too, bro.
You're always smiling.
Yeah, I'm happy. Like Arsenal is giving me joy this season.
Giving you
Yeah,
the vibes.
yeah, we are gunning like the Gunners. Come on, Gunners.
Okay, so an amazing game for Arsenal against Burnley.
Yeah, good
So
one.
can I get your thoughts on this matchup tonight?
Well, the game is it's a very interesting game. Yeah, Burnley is actually a good side coming from the other division. They have a good coach. They also play the retention game, more of possession. But I feel it's a good one from the team. They had their defense clustered. It was a tight one at the first half, but Arsenal succeeded in getting the goal, dying in it, I think 45 plus, by goal by Trossard. So it was a good one for both sides. Coming to the game, I saw Arsenal, a definite win for them after a huge win in the UEFA Champions League at the week at home to Sevilla. So I know it was going to be not easy, busy, but I saw Arsenal getting the 3 points from this one. Good game from the boys. Nice game from Saka, the Rolls Royce defender Saliba, Kai Havertz also coming into this one with a whole lot of energy as we expected. And we also saw Rice Baby doing exceptionally well. There's nothing more I can say about Declan Rice. His action on the game and every on and off the pitch shows how massive he has come into Arsenal and what he's doing exceptionally. So good one for the boys.
Amazing, amazing. All right, so moving on from there. Now, the first game of this, the first half of this match was really sensational because you could see Burnley. I mean, they were all about the defense and all the rest. And you saw how even after Trossard had that goal, he went down with a very serious, arm injury and all that. But coming into the second half, Arsenal were able to really score, pumping more goals than the first half. So what do you really feel happened in the second half of that match that made them, have those opportunities and pumping those goals?
Coming into the game, both teams huge energy, very high, intensive play. Burnley coming with a game plan, trying to choke their defense. Good defensive tactics from their coach, Company. He's a defender, so he knows what you can do, trying to keep your opponent away from your goal. But I think coming into the second half, Arteta looked at what was lacking in the first half. So second half, Arsenal had more of possession game, trying to build up from the back. And a good game from both sides. I would always say a good game from both sides, even though Burnley lost. I don't think they came with the mindset that they would want to win Arsenal in this game, looking at how Arsenal has been coming in the Premiership. So, as I was saying, good tactics from Arteta. Looked at the first half, it was very tight. Good push, but he saw that, yes, they needed to be a kind of more possession game. Good game from Jorginho. From the Sevilla match coming to this one, not even from the Sevilla match, right from the Chelsea game, he has been doing exceptionally well. Good holding midfielder, Declan Rice moving front and back, trying to manage the game. Martinelli doing exceptionally well. I think in the second half, Saka was more of absent because all the balls was going through to Martinelli and he was making good use of it. Trossard, for me, Trossard coming into the game, we see the like of Gabriel Jesus coming in and doing more work for them. I think Trossard is giving the same energy. Martinelli more of Nketiah rather more of the attacker that sits and wait for other boys to come in. But Trossard gives both wingers more chance to penetrate and do more work. So I feel it's a good one for the side. Good game for Arsenal. Arteta looked at the first half, knowing fully well that he wasn't getting what he wanted. So he had to change the approach of the game. And you could see second half, Arsenal had dominated exceptionally all angles of the game, from the defense, midfield, and even to the attack. Good one for Arsenal, definitely.
Yes, obviously. Of course, that's what makes a great manager.
Yeah.
Being able to be tactically alert and always making changes where necessary. Okay, now let's talk about Fabio Vieira's red card in this game. It was he had a straight red card, and obviously that's a 3-match ban for him. Too bad. So what are your thoughts on that red card that Fabio Vieira got?
You could see it. I wouldn't say it wasn't intentional because you saw the ball coming when the ball bounced and he made that tackle. For me, straight red, there's no doubt without it. I don't think there would be any complaint from the manager or any other player. Even him himself, he knew that, yes, the tackle was harsh. Maybe he was expecting the ref to be a little bit lenient and soft with the booking, but it is what it is. The red card came in. you could see no Arsenal player could complain. Even Arteta on the bench, you could see him was like, oh,
He just sat on his chair and couldn't say a word.
couldn't say a word. So yeah, straight red for Patrick Vieira. I want to call him Patrick Vieira, Fabio Vieira rather. So yeah, it's a red card. There's no doubt about that one. It's a red card, and yeah, we'll miss him because ordinarily we are lacking one of our best midfielder at the moment, which is Odegaard. So we needed a kind of a quick switch with Harvard and Fabio. But I think coming to our next game, we don't know. We thank God we are going for the international break. So before we come back to the Premiership, we believe Odegaard will be back.
Obviously.
Yeah,
Obviously.
yeah, definitely.
All right. So before I let you go, talking about your team Arsenal, apart from their strengths and form this season, have you noticed any weakness in Arsenal that they really need to work on? Because the season is still a little bit far, still a little bit long, if I can use that word. So have you noticed any weakness in the team that they have to work on going forward?
Yeah, January, I think we need a prolific striker and a winger for Saka. Definitely. I don't think any Arsenal fan would doubt or would question this particular statement, in the sense that Saka has been having huge minutes. Sorry. Saka has been having huge minutes at Arsenal. And we see him going back and forth with injuries coming into the next game. We know for a fact, yes, he's a good player, but currently he's struggling. We are not seeing that pacey Saka as we used to see last season and coming into this season. So we don't see that energy like before, though it's there. But since the whole injury stuff came up, he's been lagging that much pace. You can't even take on 1v1 player. I don't think he's had much success like he had last season. So we need a winger so we could rest Saka more, and we need a prolific and a pure proper 9 that could give us more goals. I wouldn't mind if Arsenal could go for Ivan Toney in January. Yeah.
What's your problem with Ivan Toney?
Yeah, he's
a good... prognosing in what Chelsea's business.
It's Chelsea's business. You guys have Nicholas already, Jackson. So I feel even if they leave Ivan now, definitely you'd want to come to Arsenal. Yeah, the winning side, the great team of London.
You think so?
I know so for a fact. So I think Arsenal needs a prolific striker, a winger for Saka, and if possible, another creative midfielder. Yeah, because we don't see that much. Once Odegaard is out, we don't have anybody coming in that is that creative in the midfield. We thought Emil would give us that, but currently he's been battling with injuries also. Then one key point I want to state at this moment is the fact that Arteta is going to cause chaos in Arsenal if he doesn't try or find a way to fix up the goalkeeping position. Now we see that Ramsdale is not getting enough minutes in Arsenal, which is going to tell us that January there's a possibility for Ramsdale to leave. So who do we have in Arsenal to replace Ramsdale? I don't think there's anybody at the moment. And currently we complain that Ramsdale has been making mistakes and all of that. Is not a leg ball playing goalkeeper and all of that. And we say, okay, Raya is doing great and all of that. But we could tell that in our last few games, Raya has been making blunders that we don't even think could come in. You get? Yes, he has that confidence, but we want to see more than what your legs can do. What can your hands do for the Arsenal team? So that's what we want to see. Apart from that, we just feel like there was an interview few months ago where he said, there were the times he felt like, okay, he should have taken out the keeper and bring in another keeper. But we see Raya making mistakes, and you're not making that same decisions. You're not giving Ramsdale the proper time. Look at a game like Burnley. Why not play Ramsdale? If you want to play Raya in those big games that you want to keep possession, fine, you can do that. But when it comes to little games, give the other guy minutes. That's what we want. He should keep building confidence. He's battling for his first spot, the first spot position in England. And you see Nick Pope at Newcastle having game time. You see Pickford having game time. So what do you want him to do? So January, I feel like Ramsey is going to go. So those are the places I feel like, yes, Arsenal should look at in general. Yeah,
obviously. Talking about Ramsdale, congratulations to Ramsdale because his wife just gave birth to a bouncing baby. I don't know if it's a baby boy, baby girl, but congratulations to him. And I could see when he posted the video on social media, he was all smiles. Congrats to him. All right, bro. Thank you for joining us at this stage, and I look to hear from you next time.
Definitely.
All right.